So my voice is voice change, so that I can play you this. Yeah.
Usizo la njengoba ngudokotela nje inyanga lana iyakusebenzela ukuthi ulethe yabo manje wena njengomuntu oseke wakhuluma nabantu abaningi noma nosikhotheko nalosisiwayo nale kunana kwakubhonzama njengomuntu osenolwazi.
So then it references as Portia as the point of contact for Nana Bokubonsam or something like that. And don't mind the voice change, just so that I can hide him.
Ngicela mina ungithumathele noma ungifunele indawo engingaxhumanisa nabo ngithi manje yakubo mhlawumbe bese bebeka isamba esingaka bethi nasi isamba esingaka thatha sisebenzise bese ngijoyina into ethile mhlawumbe noma kuyi-culture kuthile engizokujoyina lapho ngisayina into ethile ngifuna into ekanjalo mina njengomuntu wena onolwazi yabo osexhumenile nabantu abaningi akwengibuzi khona into ekanjalo umuntu angafika nginika imali njengake isamba bese lijoyina into ethile bese uba ngaphansi kwalowo mthetho wabo-ke
Okay.
Female, male, baby, robot. Female, pro, pop, MC.
All right. So this is a very sad video voice note. This person sent me this voice note. It's not the first time I've gotten this type of request where people feel like I'm fronting. It's a front to recruit. And so I wanted to talk about it here to be very clear. I am not a paid actor. I am not fronting Christian. I am a Christian. Okay? And the reason for this is because I've talked about this. You guys might remember I made a video talking about people that front themselves as Christian YouTubers, or so that they can build an audience and a sub-audience on that topic. Okay? And then that allows them to make money from church stories and all that kind of stuff. And I'm talking about these things. The intention with this is to be very clear. I wish all men to come to salvation. Okay? And I preach salvation. That's it. When people come to me offering me money to do things, I'm not that person. I'm very privileged to be where I am. I have no more. Thank you very much. I have no need for what you want to offer me. I'm not interested in that. I am a preacher of the gospel. The problem is the front. These people who pose as Christian. Sometimes I've wanted to make a video about this. It's very annoying. There are people who front as content creators so that they get paid. They'll hide stories, they'll do what, and all kinds of things. And so they'll front as Christian content creators so that they get paid for all these things that they get involved in. And I think this man thought I was the same. I don't blame him. It is sad for me. To him, my heart goes to you, to a point where you would go out there like that to say, he's willing to sell his soul in order to make money. Like, life is difficult. He's had it. This is not the first time I get an audio like this, because they feel like I'm a fronter. I'm one of those people that front in order to make money. And so when I expose a cult, actually I'm speaking for that cult. That's how these people are hearing Even though I'm very clear in my message. I'm contrary to all of those things. Things that I don't believe, I don't believe. I will not become a frontier. No ways. A paid media. There are people right here. I'll give you an example so that you can note them when you see them. There are people, when there's a story that's clear, it's clear this person is wrong, a pastor particularly, they will never say he's wrong. Just give you a hint of what they look like, the frontiers. What do they look like? They will never say that pastor was wrong. Never. They will constantly call them a man of God. They are what? They are out there. They are paid media. There are many, unfortunately. They are frontiers. They front the picture. That's why you hear me shout out channels like Bizret Africa, people that are authentic Christians, people that have a heavy study ground in opposition to cultism. That's why I shout out channels like Lemohan Malatha, people who have had an encounter with wickedness and they are opposed to it. People like Portia who are contrary, opposed to that. People like Zico who know the wickedness that takes place with payola and all those things. You know payola, like when a person is paying for media to speak a certain narrative. This man sent me this voice to say, please, if you know where I can sell my soul, I'm willing to do that. I've seen you talk to people that were connected to so-and-so. I've seen you talk to people like so-and-so. And also this answers all those Sangomas that have been texting me. I've been getting messages from Sangomas that say, Nyatwalisa, you know what? When I know what a subject I want to have in a certain lane, I'll go there. But until then, I am not a promoter for any of these things. And I don't speak about them so that people can come in the background and then go and, no. When I say something is wrong, it's wrong. I mean exactly what I said. You know, unfortunately there's this, you know. So I put a voice changer there so that, and I hope the editor did the system. It's not the best. It does offer an audio change thingy. It has an audio change thingy. It's a Monocaster. Monocaster. I use it for doing my wireless and to denoise a little bit, but it does have voice change. And so I thought I want to give an example of these things. There are people out there that are fronting as Christians, and people think, no, there's no true one. And so, because they have seen those, they have seen payola stories. They have seen a story where it's a clear-cut story, but the person is in the middle. You're like, why can't this person make up their mind? They are paid not to talk a certain way. There are people who are fronting Christian. In Ghana, it's very popular, where you will have people who speak on Christianity, and they are there taking stories, taking money from pastors, not to talk about bad stories or something like that. It's very popular in certain areas. And in the influencer world, it's becoming a thing. And so that's what this man thought. He thought he's just payola. He's just a guy who's there talking to these people so that I can gather the context and then divert us to it. I speak against it. Okay? And so I wanted it to be clear. And I thought this was an example for people out there to note not everyone that's saying Jesus and speaking Jesus means Jesus. Some of these people, these bloggers, they are out here for themselves. And this man thought I was one of those people. He's probably not watched too many videos. He just saw me talk to one or two people who are either associated with, and he saw the lane of people that I'm talking. So he thought you'll get me in. I'll send him to somewhere to sell his soul. I'll never do that. We all need salvation. Sir, your wellness is in God. You'll find yourself in God. Looking for yourself in the cult, it will not work. There's nothing there. Let's stop going that direction. Now you'll know why I speak so heavily on this subject. Because this is not the first time, guys. This is not the first time. I remember even talking to Bamu Koto the other day. There was messages that were coming because I diverted a certain audience that someone had or something like that, like threats. And I'm like, I don't entertain those things. So the reason why I'm talking about, I thought this was a perfect example to remind you to be vigilant. Not everyone that's saying they're a Christian blogger or a what blogger, they mean well. There was a South African blogger who he talks too much, that one. He does entertainment. He exposed that he gets paid, but by mistake. Be careful. Not everyone out here. That's why they're just leaning. You wonder, what does this person stand for? Here we preach Christ, and he's coming.